and welcome to Breaking Bidehul. I'm your host, Scott Voce. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. I must apologize, I did it again. Distractions. I talk politics. This is definitely not about the left or the right, the Democrats or the Republicans. It's about you the people, and what you will decide. Spicity. I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure. Save the children. So I made the mistake of making a political comment and was immediately told to come clean about DJT and Ukraine and what Zelensky had said to him. Where were you, Mr. I can fix this in 24 hours? And I do think that's a fair question because he could really light it up and enlighten us and expose and PETR-PREZ when he wipes the deep state and etc. You know, what was going on. So I had to respond, I think is really important for journalists to pick up on a story and do more on it. The U.S. Presidential Forum or debate, if I understand correctly, it was run by the Independent League of Women Voters. They had all voices on, not just the left and the right or the R and the D, but other voices. The communists, the socialists, the constitutionalists, the green. But they were the independent voices or candidates, Ralph Nader and others, representing these voices of America. And no matter how loudly we say we are not all the way to the left or to the right, we're somewhere in the middle. This is the clearest demonstration of how our voice is silenced. During those presidential forums or debate, Ralph Nader and others would say, they're lying to you, both the Republican and Democrat Party, and presented another angle as there are at least two sides to every story. But we, America, are somewhere in the middle. As I explained before, like 20 years ago, a DNC strategist told my audience as he got frustrated with me, we're going to make it real simple for you, Scott. No in between, far left, far right, make a choice. Pick a side or get out of the way. And that was an actual quote. There's no messing around. You could say, oh, these people are nasty. Or you could say, boy, the DNC is the most well-oiled machine. It is very successful. In fact, it looks like they just buy the RNC, and the RNC tags along to present the other side of the story. But the RNC is weak, do nothing, please. They have all the complaints they say about them. The major parties apparently took over control of the formerly Independent League of Women Voters U.S. Presidential Forum or debate. And what did they do? The major parties kicked out those other candidates and called them fringe candidates, when again they represent the other voices of America, whether it's the socialist or the constitutionalist. And the parties just said, nope, we don't need them. And I said, but we're somewhere in the middle. We're not on that far left or far right. And where independents were strong, my state at least, simply took it away overnight and said, nope, there's no independent voter. You are undeclared. But the DNC strategists explained to us, having lost elections because of vote-stealing independent former Democrats who messed up the election for the incumbent D. Pick a side or get out of the way, Scott. It didn't have the Massachusetts accent. So what about having an independent group like the League of Women Voters take back the forum and include all these voices? Don't listen to the major parties that say, oh, they're fringe candidates. They don't matter. Oh, turns out that that's where we are, somewhere in there. You screw up elections for us. But it appears the DNC will use this now to their advantage. Enter RFK Jr., a former D now, to pick up all misaligned, what do you call it, misconfigured, disaligned Democrat voters. What, 10% he's going to get? This is exactly what you would do to screw it up. Introduce this fringe candidate, independent candidate. Support that. Get the Democrat candidate included. And all the programs, including those taking the quote-unquote RNC money, he separates to get those folks and be an effective vote stealer of what polls suggest are 10 to 13%. Nothing would be better than see DJT thumb his nose at the RNC that utilized DNC money against him. Nothing would be better than to see him go with Kennedy and let Bobby see justice served, in addition to home run labor and environment initiatives spearheaded by the Trump administration. Bobby would be out front saying, save your voice, Bobby. Take it easy. They killed my dad. They killed my uncle. F the deep state. Go, Bobby. Justice would be served under the Trump administration, who says he liked Kennedy. So it seems to be a no-brainer to me. F the D's, F the R's, go with Bobby, wipe the deep state. Let Bobby do some stuff and you go do everything else. But the big one, folks, an entire policy legacy will be wiped out with one move. Touche. As he says, our success will be his revenge. Back to the witches and how Bidehu uses them everywhere to hurt us. That's next time on Breaking Bidehu.
Since we got her, digging in the dirt, find the places we got her.